stop smoking, bro. Listen, we used to smoke. All of us out here, ain't none of us out here that ain't been doing the same thing y'all been doing. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta stop that, bro. And I know right now you can't grow no beard, but when you get one, keep your beard and don't harm. Give me that position. Right, let me show you that real quick.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. And for his verse 5, they shall not make baldness upon their head.
So don't shave your head clean, bald like Michael Jordan, all right? Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So don't shave off the corners of your beard. This is what I grow right. So I don't shave nothing else, right? This brother right here shave off the corner of his beard. You can see where he doing it. You see what I'm saying? But it's okay, bro. We're gonna repent though, right? All right, all praise. We're gonna repent out that thing because he didn't know that before we just brought that out. You understand what I'm saying? So as you get older and as your beard start to grow, don't be up here trying to goatee it out, trying to style it, nothing like that. Right. Cut it where it's at. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You see my brother right here? See, he's still doing his. He gonna grow the rest of the side out. But you got to cut it where it's at. You understand what I'm saying? All right, very good. So make sure you do that as you go along because men have what? You see a lion got a mane, right? What the woman got? What the one female lion got? She ain't got that, right? Right. Right. You know? That's how we know. That's how we know. Lion come up like, oh, that's a female lion. Oh, that's a male lion. Same thing here. It's a badge of manly dignity. You have that's right. That, right? And that's a law in the Bible. God said men ain't got to wear what we give them. You got your beard, wear that thing. You understand what I'm saying? These are things that they don't teach us. These are things that the white man wakes up. Hey, what you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? Hey, how you doing? What's your name, bro? My name's Duran. Duran, hey, what's up, man? We out here showing our people who we are according to the Bible. God chose the people. You don't heard that before? Yes, sir. Okay, we just went over the beard and the men making sure that they don't mar their beard, right? Okay, yeah. You kind of like me, you know, we just get the pants down here, get that right there. Mine's ain't too much growing. Right. So we just keep what we got, right? Don't, you know, we don't mess with nothing. Don't shave it off, bro. That's right, don't shave it off, bro. So whatever we got, we grow it. So that's a law that God gave us. Why? Because when we was in Egypt, the Egyptians used to shave their face all smooth like that. They make us do it. You understand what I'm saying? If you watch the Egyptian movies, there's a lot of bald head men and a lot of all this right here. Same thing. So that's why we come over here to America, what they make us do. We join the military, what they make you do. Shave everything off. You get a corporate job, shave it off. You gotta stay clean. You see what I'm saying? You can't wear that at the corporate job. Oh no, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you doing too much. You understand what I'm saying? You looking too much like Christ. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like that. You understand what I'm saying? So they're gonna make you go to how they like it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a sin according to the Bible, and that's how they keep us in sin. You know? So, bruh, gotta stop smoking, bruh. Alright? Gotta stop smoking. You do. Alright? So you gotta put on the dress. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get that, right? You see the sis right here? Hey, she know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? All praises. Now, all she got to do is congregate. Who you congregate with? So you congregate? Sometimes? Okay, who you congregate with? Not a camp? Okay, with some of the people who are not? The congregation is, you know, the day is the Sabbath day. So, and on God's Sabbath day, give me that essence. And God's Sabbath day, we got to keep it holy, no buying, no selling, things of that nature, and you have to congregate. You have to congregate around like-minded people with, that believe in keeping God's commandments. Right. Because if you don't do that, you kind of go astray. You're on your own, you got your own thoughts up there, you're doing your own thing. Right. You got to follow his path. This way, this brother can correct me when he see me in the room. That's you understand what I'm saying? That's right. Right. So watch this, read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Now this is commandment. This is commandment number 4. Right? It said to remember the Sabbath day. Why did God say remember the Sabbath day? Why did he ask us to remember? I know I told you this last week. But why did he say remember the Sabbath day? Because we forget in slavery. When we went to slavery on slave ships, then over time we will forget it's Sabbath day.
Right.
And the white man Sabbath day. Right. And the white man instituted what? Sunday as our worship day.
Right.
Remember in slavery, the only day they gave us off was Sunday. Right? And y'all worship now on that day. And then they gave you that image right there, a SIBO, right? And said, yeah, Negro, worship that right there.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Right. Watch this, read.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Keep it separate from everything else, read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So God said you can work Sunday all the way up to Friday night at sundown. That's 6 days, right, read?
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughters, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
God said nobody working on that.
That's right.
Nobody, right? So outside of us not having to work today, if you can get the Sabbath day off, you got a job, you get the Sabbath day off, you get the Sabbath day off. It's Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown, right? Get that time off, right? So God said, no working in that day. What else he say? Give me that Nehemiah. What does he say? Because not only do you have to congregate and you have to keep God's Sabbath day, but not working, right? Something else you have to do on the Sabbath day that make it holy, right? Watch this, read.
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day,
So if the people bring goods to sell on the Sabbath day, watch this, read.
to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
So we don't buy and sell on the Sabbath, right? So you got to make sure on the Sabbath day, you make sure you set aside and get everything you got to get that Friday in the daytime. Get what you got to get, bring it to the house.
Talk about your habits.
Like what you mean?
What you mean by buying?
I mean like food, like anything.
Anything you buy.
Anything.
Ain't buy nothing on the Sabbath.
Anything. No buying, no selling on the Sabbath.
Just strictly chill day.
Chill day for the
Give it
Lord.
straight to the Lord.
That's right. That's for the Lord. So God don't want us to buy no sell on the Sabbath day, right?
That's right.
Watch this. Give me cooking. Give me that. So he don't want you to buy and sell. He don't want us to cook on the Sabbath day either.
Just strictly want you to do nothing.
Well, no, you congregate. We eat, but what we do, we cook that day before, and then we eat that the next. Right, breakfast meal the day before, then you eat it on Sabbath day, or get some cereal, get some sandwiches, get some chips. You know what I'm saying? But God don't want you to, or leftovers, whatever. But He don't want you to warm it up, cook it up. Watch this read.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, that is that which the Lord hath said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath, of that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see.
Sieve is the boil. So bake what you gonna bake today, and boil what you gonna boil today, right? Read.
And that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So God said, go ahead and cook all the food today, eat it, then eat the leftovers tomorrow, but don't warm it up. See what I'm saying? So no buying, no selling, congregating, right, on the Sabbath day, and no cooking, right? So that's how you keep God's Sabbath day holy. Right? So you got to find the congregation to congregate with. You congregate. We're not telling you to congregate with us. We're telling you, y'all need to find the congregation to congregate with. You understand what I'm saying? So Sue said she congregates, right, with her people, right? But you got to make sure these people are making sure that you're keeping God's commandments.
That's right.
Because what tend to happen is people get around. They say they believe, but they not in the scriptures, making sure that.
They ain't in the book.
That's right. If you're not in this book, you don't know what's right or wrong. And that's a way that seems right to you, but God tells you something totally different. That's like what I was showing them, like John 3, verse 16. God so loved the world. You believe that? God loves everybody and all that?
That's the New Testament reading.
That's the old and the new.
That's the old and the new.
Yeah, we use both. Yeah, because when Christ was on the earth, it wasn't no New Testament.
Right.
He was going by the Old Testament. You get what I'm saying? So, that's not true. What they taught us is not true.
Right.
God loved everybody and all this stuff. He don't. He loved His people.
That's right.
It's all throughout the Bible. You ever read the Bible before? If you read the Bible, man, the
I'm
Bible.
reading the Second Testament.
You mean
So I'm
the
reading more
new?
him being forgiven and caring.
Yeah, no, but that's still talking to the Israelites.
Okay.
Even when they say the Gentiles in there, they're still talking to the Israelites.
Right.
Give
That's
me
right.
1 Corinthians. They're still talking to the Israelites, right?
Right.
Even when it's talking, it's still talking to the Israelites, right? So you gotta remember, it was a split in the kingdom, right? Judah and Kings. I don't know if you read Kings yet. Okay, go back and read the history about the split in the kingdom, because we separated. With Judah, Benjamin, Levite, right here. Let me show you on the other side. Judah, Benjamin, and Levite, right here. We was considered to be the Jews. The rest was considered to be northern kingdom. Southern kingdom, northern kingdom. We was fighting each other. It was a split in the kingdoms, right? Yeah. Just like we kind of doing today. You know what I'm saying? It was a split in the kingdom, right? And so when you read the New Testament, you talk about Gentiles and things like that. They're talking about the northern kingdom of Israel that went into idolatry.
Bring it out.
Right? So God calls anybody not keeping his commandments, even us, the Israelites, Gentiles. Heathens. You understand what I'm saying? So watch this.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols.
So he said, you know you was Gentiles carried away into these dumb idols. Who was carried away to the dumb idols? Right.
Bring it out.
So they was worshiping idols back then, right? With the other nation. So that's why the scriptures say, you know you were Gentiles, because they had came back to keep God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying? So when you read the New Testament, realize that God is only still talking to the Israelites.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? So if you read like Romans, give me Romans 11:26. Yeah, give me Romans 11:26. So I just talked to him about smoking and everything, right?
Okay.
I'm getting it. I'm giving
Okay.
you about that
So
too.
you talk about tobacco too?
Yeah, man. What else you think I'm talking about? Hold on. Listen. I used to smoke blacks too. I used to smoke. Watch this. Read.
Romans chapter 11, verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer.
You see that? So it says, so all Israel shall be saved. Now, when the Bible say it is written, what is it referring back to? It's referring back to the Old Testament. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So in the New Testament, you're going to see things that say, it is written. You know it's in the Old Testament.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So all Israel gonna be saved, bro. Not all the other nations. They gonna go into captivity.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna read you that. But
So you don't
first,
think God gonna save everybody?
no. I'm gonna read you that. But let me get to that sit. Let me get to that real quick. Give me that 1 Corinthians from my brother. So look at that smoking first, because look, like I was telling him before you rolled up. Yeah. Before you rolled up. I used to smoke too. I used to smoke blacks all the time. He used to smoke. We all used to smoke, right?
We all here.
We all was in the world at one point. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So watch this, read.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So you know your body, God said your body is the temple of God, right?
Okay.
So you gotta protect it like that. Watch this, read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of God.
So what's a way to defile the temple of God, your body?
Hold on.
What's a way to defile the temple of God, your body?
Just stop doing what you're doing.
No, to harm your body?
Yeah.
What's a way to do that?
To harm your body.
Yeah.
Continue doing what you're doing. Continue
Smoking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoking, drinking,
Right.
just doing things.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so God says that any man defile the temple of God, which is harming your own body, read.
Him shall God destroy.
God said He's gonna destroy you for that, right? So how does God destroy people every day for smoking and drinking and things of that nature?
How he do that?
Yeah.
I can't just say how he do it, but you see how he do it.
Right. Cancer, things of that nature. Right. Now you can drink. The Bible says you can drink strong drink, right?
Or you can't.
Yes, but don't drink it to get drunk, right?
That's right. You just drink. Give me yourself. Just drink it just to get a good feeling.
Don't
Not drunk.
Not drunk. right? So don't drink. I'm gonna read that for you. Hold on. I'm gonna read it for you. October 4, 15. I'm gonna read it for you. Hold on, give me 1 second. So don't drink. Hold on, before you leave, bro. Let me get to this so you can know. So when you leave, cause I know you wanna go leave so you can fire it up. As soon as you leave. Hey, cause you put it in your pocket, man. Yo, I know what you're about to do.
That's a black. But you're right.
Yeah, you're right. All right, watch this, read.
Tobit, chapter 4, verse 15. Do that no man which thou hatest.
So don't do nothing to no man that you already hate, read.
Right.
Drink not wine to make of thee drunken.
So don't drink to make you drunk. You understand what I'm saying? Now you can drink, but don't get drunk.
Right.
Read.
Neither let drunkenness go with thee in thy journey.
So after you get through getting that drink and you drunk, God said, don't let that go with you in your journey, right?
Okay.
So don't be walking down the street staggering.
Yeah.
Don't get in your car and drive down the street. Don't get on your bicycle and say, I'm all right. I ain't driving no car.
Bring it out.
God said don't do none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because what's going to happen? If I see you walking and I know you to be a righteous man and I see you walking down the street, you staggering. I'm like, hey, look, there go Pastor so-and-so, there go Bishop so-and-so, man, he drunk. You see what I'm saying? Right. So God said don't do that, right? Don't get drunk. You can drink. Don't get drunk. Don't smoke.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I used to do it too. I used to love it. All right?
What's the feeling you get from smoking?
Little buzz. That's what I used to get, right? So what I'm telling you is don't do it because I had to stop it. He had to stop it. He had to stop it. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us, we quit because we love God. Right, yeah, let's get that.
Put your faith in God.
That's right. Watch this, read.
First Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
You see that? So the scriptures don't lie, man. It says be sober, right? If you ain't sober, you smoke, let's say you're smoking weed, you drinking, right? If you ain't sober, you more liable to be tempted by anything.
Bring it on.
Right. By a woman. Right. She ain't even gotta look that good. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why the Bible tells you not to do that, because the devil comes in that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how he enter in. So you gotta be good, bro.
No, man.
No smoking, bro. You understand what I'm saying? No getting drunk. You understand what I'm saying? So all praises, man. It was good to talk to you, man. It was good to talk to you.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.